So good evening or good afternoon?
Good afternoon.
Good
Good afternoon.
afternoon, Slovenia.
Yeah, I've just visited the biggest cave in Europe this morning.
Really? What'd you do?
Oh, we went to this huge cave, the Pestonia Caves, and it's massive, massive
Really?
and massive, massive, amazing stalactites and stalagmites, and yeah.
Cool.
Hmm.
Cool. I thought you were going to tell me just become a spelunker.
No. How's the morning in Texas going?
The morning in Texas is hot. Oh my gosh, it's going to be over a little bit over 100 today. 100 degrees
Oh,
Fahrenheit. Yes,
that's not
sir.
fun.
That
That's not
no, it's
fun.
not fun. It's not fun at all. It
Yeah,
is hot, but I'm working indoors and I'm not going to go out and do any gardening or anything like that. So
you'll have to
I'm
sizzle off in your pool.
no, that's exactly what I would do. But the water is even hot right now,
Oh
because it's
no.
so hot. But let me tell you something that's hot.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
going to
hello, Christmas.
I am going to take my background off
Okay.
so that I can show you something that is hot or going to be hot. So there we go. My background is off. I hope you don't see too much of a mess behind me.
No,
But
it's perfect. It's like a
I
lovely
got
outfit.
I got something in the mail the other day. Oh, yesterday actually. It wasn't the other day, but here it comes.
Oh my God, I haven't even got my copy yet. You were the first one in the world to get a copy.
I love this book. I love this
Oh,
book. I'm so excited for you. This
oh,
is
me
great.
too. I've only seen it on screen. Tell me about it.
Well, let's see. People with eyes like this. Should I read you a bedtime story?
Oh, okay.
No, Chris, this is a beautifully written book. The pictures are fabulous. Let me see if I can get
Yeah,
some pictures up in here.
that's my
Um,
pupil border.
that's your pupillary border.
Yeah,
Well, here's your eyes at the beginning, as you are.
yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
This is it's a little bit more than what I thought it was going to be. You do list the constitutions and the color constitutions. It's almost like a little mini textbook. Um, you give beautiful recognition to Tony Miller, to Ellen Tart Jensen. Their charts are in here. It's beautiful. You talk about radial furrows. You talk about pigmentation. You talk about flowers, polyglandular. So it's like a little mini textbook.
Yeah.
Um,
My ambition with it was to have like almost like a coffee table book that people could just pick up, anyone could pick up, didn't have to be studying iridology and just learn about their own eyes.
I
You know,
think
whether
that they could. I think
yeah,
that this is it's very well written. It's easy to understand. You wouldn't have to take a class to understand this book.
no, that was my aim.
Well, I think it's great. I think you kind of hit the nail on the head.
Oh, thank
Um,
you so much. And I
I
also
can't
wanted
wait.
to put a bit of birth order in it and
Yeah,
ray it, of course.
there's a little bit of everything. I noticed at the back there is a little. You talk about your family. You have pictures of your beautiful family in there. So you do talk about birth order. You have tongue assessment as well.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah,
Facial,
tongue assessment all day long. I love it.
facial. Look at that.
Mm,
Look at that.
yeah.
So it is well put together. The sclera is in here. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Hold on just 1 second.
Oh, I'm
I'm
intrigued.
sorry. I'm sorry about that. I knew my dog was going to bark, so I didn't want
Now,
that all up.
Kathy, I want to hear more about your book.
Well, okay. Well, hang on. Hang on. Let's get here we go. Siblings of Sacred Text.
And it's
So
the same size.
if we do have the same size book, yeah.
Well,
Let's look
we're
at
just like
this.
twins,
So
we
they're
are.
6 by 9. Both are 6 by 9.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, my book has to do with, and I'm sorry if you hear background noise. It's a
That's all
man
right.
with a blower. Um, this this is definitely about birth order, and so I took it a little further than just examining the immediate family. I wanted to take it back to biblical times and do some research because I love research. I love studying and things like that. But I wanted to go back and I wanted to hit on some prominent biblical figures that we've all heard stories of. And who hasn't heard the story of Moses?
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, where did Moses fall in his birth order pattern? Why was he driven like he was? Why did he have the fire and the passion that he did? Well, when you understand birth order, you know that he is a two boy. He's actually a three girl, two boy.
Mm-hmm.
So he has that side of him that is teaching and healing, and that beautiful, compassionate three girl that we love so much, that is able to teach us about nature, and she teaches us about family and love. So Moses has that, but he's got that two boy. Woo! Does he have two boy fire in him? Listen, you can't lead
Yeah.
a whole country of people out of bondage without having two boy passion and fire.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know, so that's what I wrote about. I took some of the prominent biblical figures. This has nothing to do with religion. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with religion. It has everything to do with prominent biblical figures. So another one was Martha, Mary, and Lazarus.
Okay.
So when we study Martha and Mary, the sisters of Lazarus, we find out why they are like they are. And it's fabulous. It just proves to me how spot on birth order is.
Yeah. So you would have
So,
had to do a lot of research.
huh?
You would have had to
So
do a lot of
I
research.
did do a lot of research. So I researched text from the Bible and from the Torah as well, because I wanted both sides. The Torah is a little bit more giving of information about the individual, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to find out how old Miriam could have really been. That would be Moses' older sister. Okay, she was about the age of 7,
Yeah.
and the Torah went on to explain that the princess was in the river bathing, and she would not have spoken to a child much younger than 7 years old. So
Mm.
Miriam was there to watch the basket float right down to the princess. The princess saw her on the bank of the river. She called out to her and she said, "Go find me a nurse that can feed this baby." Well, who
Yeah.
did she go to? She went and found her mother,
Oh,
who was
wow.
not far away.
Yeah.
So Jochebed, who is Moses' mother, continued to feed Moses. He was
Mm.
around the age of 10 months, 11 months, but still
Yeah.
breastfeeding. She became his wet nurse, although she was really his mother. So they kept that bond. They
Yeah.
kept that
Wow.
bond, that family bond that we want to talk about. That's the beauty of birth order. That's the beauty of birth order. And
Excellent.
watching people grow in, I mean, you can attest to it as much as I can. Your book talks about the birth order with your children. I've heard your classes, of course, we've taught together. um, Birth order's hot.
It
It's
is.
hot. And
I,
in
I
order
think
to
all parents should know about it. I think we need to treat our children the way their soul needs to shine.
Absolutely. And that's a
Mm.
beautiful way to put that. But it also helps us to understand our friends,
Yeah.
understand our parents. We can
Mm.
understand a lot of times why our parents did some of the things they did, said some of the things they said,
Yeah.
reacted to us the way they reacted.
Yeah.
So I would say that birth order, when you're understanding, when you're learning about birth order, it is well rounded.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Absolutely. Love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't
Well,
wait to get your book. It takes longer to get to Australia. It's those little eagles fly a bit slower.
well, then you should just make a trip back to Texas and I'll just hand you one.
I'm going to bring it back with me so you can sign, and I love getting my book signed.
Okay, well, we'll take care of that. Well, you know what? I'm going to make a healthy little plug. I've got a class starting July the 20th, the 27th, and August the 3rd. And it's a three-part series on my book, the Siblings of Sacred Text, understanding that. It is understanding the children, the six boys, six girls. The second part of the class is going to focus on the biblical figures themselves. The third part of the class is going to be understanding oils and some flower essences that you may want to use to keep that child in balance, or yourself,
Awesome. Yeah,
or whoever.
sounds
So,
great.
yeah, I think it's awesome. So when are you going to teach from your book?
Well, I've got a birth order class coming up in late August. I'm part of a really amazing coaching group, and a lot of women in the group wanted to do my last birth order course, and they couldn't because I didn't give them enough notice. So I gave them lots of notice now. On the August the 24th in the Australian time zone, I'm going to be doing a birth order class and going over learning about the six boys and six girls, but really focusing on your own birth order and going through examples and
Mhm,
asking questions about your own children things. So that's really
mhm,
exciting. Yeah.
mhm.
But
Well, just
we're both going to do level 3 as well this year.
yes, we are. Oh, yes, that's perfect. Let's talk about that for a minute, if you will.
Yeah.
Um, I believe
So
we're talking about October.
yes, it starts in October.
Okay.
We're going to have a flyer out soon,
Okay.
and it's going to be over 6 weeks.
Well, you know what? I think it's fabulous that one instructor can teach level three, but I think you're really getting a good
Yeah.
class if you have two instructors teach it.
Yeah. I just love playing off you, really.
Oh, I just love teaching. I mean, I love talking about eyes and all the different
Yeah.
things that
Oh,
we
it's
can see
fun.
within the eye.
Fun doing it
So,
together, especially when I have to get up at 4 a.m. I love that.
oh, that would hurt me
No,
just a little bit, but I
it's
would do
all
it for
good.
you.
I don't mind that. Time is just a number.
That's right. It is. It is. So is age,
That's right.
and I'm 39.
Oh, really? You that old?
You said the right thing. Well, that's perfect. You know, just as I'm on a mission to get iridology out into the world, I am also on that same mission to get birth order out there because I feel
Me
like
too.
birth order is just as important to
Yeah,
know, and right within your own family is a good place to start.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I got like the birth order book by Denny Johnson and Edith Cuff. I got 7 copies when they were last available, and just so I can give one to all my children when they,
oh,
when and if they have children, hopefully.
oh, what
Just
a
'cause
beautiful
it's just a
gift.
beautiful way to.
Hmm.
It's a beautiful gift for children, I think.
Hmm. Hmm.
You can relate, you
Absolutely.
can treat them differently the way they need to be treated.
Hmm. Hmm. Yep. I would love for all people to have a copy of some type of birth order, like the one you from Denny and Edith, or
Yeah,
your book, my book, whatever, to have a good understanding of birth order. So,
yeah.
hey, do you remember? Oh, back when I was a baby, the hottest book on the market was a book from a Dr. Spock,
Oh,
and he
no.
was a I believe, child psychologist, maybe, but he
Hmm.
taught a bunch of people and parents and young parents on how to do this and how to do this and how to do this. And I look back at that and I think, well, that was good, fine, and dandy. But wow, birth order kicks it up to a notch that
Yeah,
is out of this world. It's absolutely mind blowing.
yeah.
So,
I always tell Denny and Edith that that's the reason why we've got 5 kids, having
mm-hmm,
done their birth order course.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's perfect.
Excellent.
Well, I'm excited for you about
Amy,
your new book. I'm excited for me. Yes, I'm excited for me. But I love where you and I have gone with this birth order, and I know we're just gonna keep on keeping on. And
absolutely.
yeah, we're
All right.
gonna we're gonna keep working on what we know. Okay.
Thanks so much, Kathy.
Oh, thank you. We'll check you out on Iridology around the world in a week or so.
Okay. Look forward to it.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.